Trending again with Sarah and Ben. Sit down, have a coffee, and enjoy the show.
G'day everyone, welcome back to Trending Again with Sarah and Ben, where we talk about things trending through the week. And tonight we are talking about Oscars, of course, some big moments from that. We got a little bit of MAFS stuff, some drama with that. And of course we cannot forget, do you remember the trend? We'll be playing some of that. So, and let's get into the first thing for tonight, and that is MAFS, and I'm going to hand it straight over to Sarah.
Straight over to me. Well, yeah, good evening, everybody. Well, hello, everybody. Sorry, we're recording this at night. I'm so lost today. Hang on, give me a second.
I kind of threw you in the deep end there.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that one. Okay. Okay. So today we're talking about MAFS. MAFS. Olivia Fraser has been a bit of a talk this week about just being the villain, the all-out villain in MAFS this year. She has lost her job as she was studying to become a teacher, and she's lost her job. They've actually labeled her worse than Vladimir Putin.
Well, she's labeled herself that is the actual. She's labeled herself that. Everybody hates me. Everybody hates me more than Vladimir Putin.
I thought that somebody.
Come on, girl, wake up and smell the roses. My goodness.
I'm a dumb. I've been reading the whole thing wrong the whole time.
That sounds about right.
No wonder I was so confused.
We'll add this to your apology list, but we're still more factual than most news organizations out there.
I think I've made 2 mistakes in 2 episodes, so I'm really sorry about that, guys. The Encanto thing, Encanto playing at the Grammys. I thought there was going to be a live performance at the Grammys. It's actually the Oscars. I apologize, guys.
You never
Sorry
know.
Maybe. And what was the other one?
It'd be interesting.
The cover.
Yeah, the cover of Benny.
That was such a good cover, and I apologize. It was God Is Woman by Ariana Grande. She covered, and it is a brilliant cover. So I want to apologize.
It was really good. I actually ended up checking it out. So
I wish it was on Spotify.
Yeah, a lot of people have commented that they wish that song was on Spotify, and I absolutely agree. So, but yeah,
so good.
What's going to be very interesting is we're obviously doing the Grammys in next week's show. So what's going to be hilarious is if you were right and they actually do have Encanto in that show and they perform it, and then we can be like, we apologize for apologizing. All right,
and then it'll be another apology, but then that's okay because the way things are going at the moment, expect an apology every week.
Yeah. Okay, back to MAFS.
Okay, let's get back to MAFS. Yes, so Olivia, she's labeled herself more hated than Vladimir Putin. So she has come out, said she has lost her job, and who knows what's going to happen to her future prospects of becoming a teacher. Now she's only 27.
She's still pretty.
It's crazy.
Young. What's the other girl's name? She called her a dumb bee. So
was that Dominica? Dominica? Yeah, Calaco?
Yeah, she has Dominica.
Yeah.
So yeah, she called her a dumb bee, and she should not be comparing herself to Vladimir Putin and the hatred of him, which I absolutely agree with Dominica on that.
Well, the thing is, apparently viewers were so outraged, they were petitioning to have criminal charges brought against Olivia for bringing out the photos of Dominica.
Wow.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's
Insane.
been an absolute drama fest. I regret not watching MAFS this year, so I definitely
Every
think
year.
I think yeah. Well, this is like really the first time. Really the first time I've even really ever considered talking about this, like with this show. So
It's such a juicy show. I mean, it's trashy, but it's juicy. If you like that sort of stuff, just a bit of drama. You don't have enough drama in your life. You need some drama. Go for it. It is always good.
we definitely need more drama in our life.
Good water cooler talk.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Definitely. No, it's Crane. Yeah, it's Crane. She says,
It's cringe.
and she says she saw a petition. And she said it's like more people have signed a petition to have me arrested to end the war in than to end the war in Ukraine. She's like, I hate priority. That's ridiculous.
Talk about being dramatic.
Very dramatic. Center of attention.
Center of attention. Yeah, someone
mean,
stop her.
If you were looking for somebody to go on your show, and a person like this puts their what do you call it?
Put some self first. Put themselves first.
No. Put their audition in. Someone who auditions for the role.
Yeah.
And you can see might be a little bit of a nut job, or that's what you want.
Yeah,
because that's
of
what
course.
gets viewers.
Well,
I mean,
absolutely. As they say, no news is bad news.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Hello, I'm Manny Views from Inflammation News. We've recently had an update that what Ben from Trending Again meant was any news is good news, and we should know because we're the news. Also, in a recent update, we have found that Sarah from Trending Again has recently apologized for getting some facts wrong on the show. Who even gave these two a show? Oh my goodness. That has been your Inflammation News update. See you again soon.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
When you're putting
That's
your name
right.
out there, so there's no...
MAFS Australia does really well in the US because MAFS in the US is a really serious show. It's like Our Farmer Wants a Wife here, where it's a really serious show. No one goes wife swapping, husband swapping, cheating scandals. There's none of this. It's a wholesome show. So when they watch it, they're like, oh my God, you Aussies are cracked. But we love it. But we love it. They absolutely love the show.
Absolutely. We'll eat it up.
They said it's like Jersey Shore, but in Australia, you know. It's
one of the
pretty much,
trashiest shows on Australian television.
And the thing is too, though, like these people, I don't know if some of these people go on the show just for the fame afterwards, because they get paid to go to club, go to a club here. Here's $10,000 just to make a show, at such and such club, because people will come. People will come and it's just, they become sort of Insta celebrities, their Insta accounts blow up, their social media accounts, and people follow them, and
they do,
and all that sort of stuff. So they will go to these places and they get money for appearances and all that sort of stuff. So, I mean, was it last year? No, maybe last year, year before. There's Martha. Martha she was in one of the previous episodes of MAFS, and she has been on The Apprentice Australia. She's actually doing other things, not just, she's using that as an opportunity to open her doors into other things.
Yeah.
But she wasn't like, yeah, fair enough. There was a lot of scandal around her, what she did. There was a lot of fights and stuff like that. But I think her and the guy she was matched with are still a couple. So,
oh, wow.
You never know. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty that's pretty incredible. Good on them.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So it's good to see them,
yeah, when
they actually stay together. I mean, that's what the show is supposed to be about.
Yeah, absolutely.
For all you single guys and ladies out there.
Like me.
Ben.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. She's tried to convince me to go on one of these shows.
That one or first dates? I think
do
you
you
go
do you
really
think
well.
I'd be one of the dramatic people on there?
No.
No.
No, but I
I'm
think if
too
somebody
nice?
pushed you enough, I think if somebody started picking on you and pushing you too much, or your partner, I think you'd probably stand up and you'd say
Explode.
something. Yeah, you would say something. You would definitely say something, and then next
Come
minute,
on, I'm
know,
a sweetheart, you know it.
yeah, you won't be nasty. I don't
Are you
think
sure I can be dramatic too?
Oh, you can be dramatic. You can be dramatic. I'm gonna be like, oh my god.
Oh my god! Just stop it! Just stop it already!
Just stop it. But I think it depends. That's it. I think it depends on the situation for you. It would depend on the situation. I don't think you'd go looking for the drama. I don't think you'd
Oh,
start
come
the
on.
drama.
I'd start the drama. I bring the guys.
But if you were being attacked, or the person that you were matched with was being attacked, or someone you felt close to in the experiment, then I think maybe yes. I reckon first dates would be pretty good for you.
Maybe
Go in there quick.
Maybe
Bit better. Otherwise, maybe we should. I keep saying to Ben, we should do a dating podcast.
Set me up with some blind dates.
Yeah, I'll just go through. You send through all your auditions, I guess, and I'll sift through them all.
Sarah, this is her number,
and we'll just we'll do some blind dates, and we can make a podcast out of it. I thought it might be interesting. Just a 30-second speed dating. Do a quick speed date, and we could do it this way. And then Ben can pick somebody at the end of the week to maybe go on an actual date with. Would you date, or would you actually go out and meet somebody? So I don't know. Tell us your thoughts anyway.
a bit.
I don't know if Ben's keen on it, but
be very, very interesting. So, well,
I keep trying
let's
to pick Ben
let's see if we get any feedback for that. So if that is something you would like to see, you can always go and comment on our YouTube, or you can go comment on our Facebook. So let us know in the comments or on the page if that is something you'd like to see, and I'll definitely consider it. So
he's going to consider it.
I'm going to consider it.
I've been plugging this line for about year or two.
It's going to take at least 50,000 people to want me to do it, but just
50,000,
just 50,000.
Just 50,000.
I think that's impossible. So.
Hey, I'm always trying to pimp you out, Ben. I'm always trying to find you a girlfriend. There's going to be some suitable girl out there for you somewhere. There's the one, and there's some single lady out there that's needs somebody, too.
Just like
so
me. Yep.
Who's lonely, and they're making it sound like you're really sad. You're not sad.
No.
You're not
I'm
sad
having a good time.
That's right. Exactly right. Exactly.
But yeah, I thought,
exactly.
Do you reckon that'll blow the podcast up? Me saying we'll need 50,000 people for me to do a blind dating podcast.
It'd be pretty funny.
That would be hilarious.
That'd be pretty good. That'd be pretty good. That would be pretty funny. I would I'd do a little dance. And I'd post it. Yes, let's keep going.
All right. Okay, so in other news, Bruce Willis has quit acting due to having aphasia. So the condition is aphasia is a condition that affects your ability to communicate. It can affect your speech as well as the way you write and understand both spoken and written language. Aphasia typically occurs suddenly after a stroke or a head injury. So I don't think they've really been specific why or how he's got it. But I saw before we came on here that the Razzie Awards are taking his Razzies away because of his condition. Yeah, so you know what the Razzies are, right?
I'm gonna say no here.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no.
So
I've got no idea.
The Razzies are basically a rip-off of the Oscars, but they're for like bad acting, and they gave Bruce Willis his own category for all these bad movies that he makes and his bad acting. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think they're kind of doing it out of respect for him. But
yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. So but most actors have bad movies. Not every movie can be good. And you can't always blame it on the acting itself. You can't always blame
So a lot of
The
people's
movie
complaints
acting.
with Bruce Willis in the later movies is that he's basically playing himself. Basically playing Bruce Willis in the movie. So that is the reason why people complain
Fair enough.
about
Fair enough.
that. But yeah, so I'm actually gonna really miss him. So I
Yes,
really like him.
I agree.
He's had some great movies. Die Hard, obviously.
I agree.
The Sixth Sense is
Oh,
another
yes.
huge movie for him. He's got countless and countless movies. I love
Exactly.
all the Die Hards. A lot of people only like maybe the first 2, 3, but
No, they're all good.
I like all of them. That's just
They're
me.
all good.
I have bad taste in everything from music to movies, so I don't care. Judge me as you will. I really couldn't give a flying.
But don't we all? I think we all have bad taste in music and movies, but we just
guilty pleasures.
not all of us.
Guilty pleasures.
Not every-
They are called.
Yeah, but nobody likes to admit some, what their guilty pleasures are. Their little
Yeah.
poison there.
What do you have a
So-
guilty pleasure, Sarah? What would you say is a guilty pleasure for you?
Oh, I like listening to old country music. I like listening to old country
I'm
music.
not sure
and-
that's such a bad thing though.
Is
Are you
it?
talking
Is
like
it?
Conway Twitty or what?
Yeah,
would
like
you consider,
when you
what
when
would
you're
you
playing backwards.
consider
Well, when you
old?
the type you play backwards, and you get your house back, you get your wife back, you get your car back. You know, when those old
The
country
best
songs
kind.
where you lose
The
everything.
best kind of country.
The best kinds. The best kind. I think I have some worse guilty pleasures. I mean, I'm a massive Harry Potter fan. I think I'm a nerd. I think I can say I'm an absolute Potter nerd, and that's only been in the past few years, couple of
Yeah.
years.
I wouldn't
well, there's
consider that
heaps.
guilty pleasures though. It's
Guilty
a
pleasures.
beloved. It's a beloved franchise. Do you have any like bad
It
movies?
is
Do you have any bad movies
bad movies.
that everybody else is like? Why the heck do you like that movie?
Not that I can think of at the top of my
No?
head, but
No?
maybe we'll have to come back to that one. Give me time to think about it.
Okay.
Give me time to think about that one. I'll have to come back to that. But there probably is there are some bad movies I like to watch. It just depends. I mean, it just really depends what you call a bad movie. Okay, maybe this is a really bad one. I like really, B grade horror movies.
Okay.
Like really bad B grade horror movies where you can tell it's really fake.
Okay.
So fake that you want to laugh. That you really, it's so
do you have
fun.
a name? Do you
So
have a
fake.
name of one?
Is
Leprechauns
a Cradle
from-
of Filth one. There was one done by Danny Filth from Cradle of Filth,
Okay.
and it's called Cradle of Fear.
Cradle of.
It is one of the worst horror movies you could ever watch. It is so fake. Like in one scene there, he mauls this guy, rips his head off, and stomps on his head. And the head actually, as it's stomped on, it bounces back like it's actually rubber. It doesn't. You can tell it's so fake. Like the whole thing is just over the top fake.
Yeah.
But it is a very gruesome movie. Like if you have a weak stomach, I wouldn't watch it.
Okay.
Like it's even still, even though the cat guts don't look real, he actually he's eating cat guts. So
me and my cousin, we watched a Jeepers Creepers, and when he goes kind of into, have you seen Jeepers Creepers?
yeah, actually, is that a bad movie? Because I actually like those movies.
So, hang on, let me keep. I don't
All
think
right.
it's a bad movie, but speaking of really bad effects, when they go into that cave thingy or the well or whatever
Yes.
it is, and you see all
Yeah.
the bodies and how plastic the
Yes.
bodies are on the
Yes.
wall, we started
Yes.
laughing so hard. I'm actually not really a hand. I'm not really a hand of horror. A hand.
yeah, a hand of horror.
I'm not a. I'm not a fan of horror.
Yep.
But yeah, there's that one, and then another one we laughed at is, I think it's one of the Halloween ones with, what's the character from that? Mike Myers.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. I could picture his face.
And
I
he's-
couldn't think of his name.
They're all in the house. Oh, it's so funny. I can't remember which one it is. It's a later one of the Halloween movies, and it is bloody hilarious. It's so funny.
They're so good. I love it when they're so bad they're funny. You can't be scared. You just got to laugh. You just have
like
to
I
laugh.
said,
They're
I'm
so
not
bad.
I'm not a fan of horror, but yeah, I laugh so hard in those couple of. Well, not so much in Jeepers Creepers all the way through, just when they went into that well, and then you look at the bodies, and they just literally look like Barbie dolls.
Yes. Shiny plastic.
Yeah. So also in the world of movie news, Jim Carrey has also announced he's thinking about retiring from acting as well, but in pursuit of other things he loves to do. He said that maybe something that would bring him back is a good script, so that remains to be seen. But he's pretty much said he's pretty much done with acting as well for the time.
I guess when you've had an acting career like Jim Carrey has, you can say that you've done a good job, and if you want to move on to something else, you can say you're done with that. I can understand if there's a good role that comes, because when you've got an acting career like that, you don't have to pick every role that you get.
Absolutely,
you can be really picky. I can see why Will Smith went for roles like big roles like Ali and King Richard with the Venus and Serena.
Selena Gomez. With Selena.
With Selena.
Oh, hey, Selena.
I don't know where my mind is today.
I don't know.
I'm just making up new words, okay? I'm making up new words. Trendsetter. This is why it's called trending again.
Trending again. Well, we bring the old trends back to now.
Even make our new ones.
Oh, yeah. All right, we're trendy. Actually,
We're trendy.
Did you say my name on our footy tip competition? I changed it.
Trendy Ben?
Yeah, Trendy Ben.
Trendy Ben. Trendy Ben. I was actually going to troll you and actually change my name to the same to your name.
What?
But I was going to do it as your YouTube channel. I was going to put Benji James Talks.
That would
so
be
they thought,
pretty
hang
funny.
on, there's Ben. I wasn't going to say anything to you. I was just going to do it.
That would be hilarious. You should do that.
That would be... I want to talk about the tips. I've gone down a third.
Yeah, well, we both actually totally forgot to tip on that first game for this week.
That's it. Well, and then I had a look at
because
some of my...
we're two peas in a pod, apparently, like literally.
I think so. Apparently.
Two peas on a pod. We're two peas on a pod.
Two peas on a pod. S&B on a pod. All week though, I've had some parody songs for you with your name. It's been great.
Oh yeah,
It's been great.
Can we hear one?
Oh, do you want me to sing?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Oh, we're gonna go AC/DC.
The show's
TNT.
going off the rails anyway. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
let's hear it.
Because Ben from trending again. Ben. Can you guess the trend? Ben.
Speaking of guess that trend, maybe we should use that.
Do you like that?
Do you? Yeah, except it's do you remember the trend, not guess the trend. I suppose we could always change it.
We could change it.
We could
We
always.
can always
change
change the lyrics. So the song's not set in stone. It was just sort of off the top of my
It was
head.
off the top of your head. I don't know. Do people like guess the trend better than do you remember the trend? I don't know.
I can always change it. Do you remember the trend?
Because I'm Ben. I'm trending again. Ben. Testing your friend. All right, I reckon we should play. Do you remember the trend?
All right, let's
get
go.
into
Let's
it.
go.
Okay.
I'm excited. It's my week this week to guess.
Yes. Get excited. I've got a good one for you.
Guess the yes trend.
try.
Remember the trend.
Okay, so the year is, Sarah, 2014. It's a pretty
2014?
recent one.
Jeez, 2014.
2014.
What was I doing in 2014? Ooh, I wasn't even 30. Remember the trend.
Oh, it's a good one.
2014.
It's
Okay,
a good one.
okay. Planking.
Very wrong.
All right.
Very wrong. Hang on. Wait. Yeah, that's right. That's how wrong you are.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get one more guess. Ice bucket challenge.
Oh, you got it. Oh, my God.
Oh!
You didn't even need a clue. Oh! Oh!
What?
Correct.
What?
That's correct.
Correct.
No way.
Wow.
No way.
Oh my God.
No way.
I never
No
thought
way.
anyone would guess without a clue. Oh my goodness. That's
I was thinking-
amazing. That is
Just trying to think
amazing.
back.
24
Oh my God.
Ice bucket challenge. And for
This is the reason why.
for those of you that don't remember what the ice bucket challenge was, it was where you tip a bucket over your head in support of a disease affecting motor neurons of the spinal cord. It's called ALS. Ooh,
That's right.
man, I'm
Massive
impressed.
awareness. I remember that. I remember that. I
I'm
was,
really
I was
sad
surprised.
now because now I'm going to have to try and hopefully guess a trend without getting a clue.
That was. See,
That was
that one was.
holy wow!
I was
I'm blown
surprised.
away. Gosh.
Well, this is the reason why we have a trending show, Ben. Because we know the trends.
Yeah, because we're so
this is-
trendy. That's
This is it.
why
can't
we
believe
wear
third
such
episode
flashy
in.
clothes. That was
I thought we
amazing.
might be.
That was amazing.
I thought we might be like episode 50 before we get one of those.
Wow, I'm blown away that you got that. That was amazing.
That's
Holy-
that. Yeah.
holy-
Okay. I'm surprised. I'm very
Woo.
surprised.
Woo.
Very
Whoa.
surprised.
Okay, let's get
That went
into the
quick.
Oscars. Let's get into the Oscars. So it was hosted by Amy Schumer, Wanda Sykes, and Regina Hall. And I had to look up who Regina Hall is because I had no idea. And then I looked up her movies, and Scary Movie was on there, and I'm like, oh, that's that girl. I remember her. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Hey, Regina. So do you
It's
have
been a long time since.
Do you have some favorite moments from the show?
I don't know, like even right from the beginning, the opening with Beyonce.
It
Oh
was
my God, that was
amazing. Hey,
great.
it was.
How good was that?
It was
How good
incredible.
was that?
She looks
That was-
amazing too, by the way.
Yeah, and the way she sings too. Everybody on the night was good. Everybody, and I thought about this about everybody on the night. You couldn't tell it was live. The way they sung, they were singing so well. The singing was beautiful, like spot on. Yeah, it was amazing. Everybody sung well.
Yeah.
Loved it.
So
Loved
there
it.
was also Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas. They performed "No Time to Die." I think that's the name of the
Yeah,
song.
that was
No
I
Time.
think the best performance of the night.
They
be
did
honest.
really well, and there was do you know about Bruno, which featured the rapper? Wasn't Cardi
yes,
B?
it was Cardi B.
Was it Cardi,
Cardi
B?
B.
I thought
Cardi
it was.
B. I thought it was Cardi B.
Oh, I might have to Google that one.
Yeah. I'm going
Okay,
to that now.
so what were some of your favorite jokes by the hosts? Do you have any?
Oh, I can't think of any. I can't think of any. I didn't.
What about
pay
what about
attention
the
that
start
much.
where they're like where they go, where they've hired 3 women because it would be much cheaper than having one man host the
Oh,
show.
my man. I know. That was good. That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Made me laugh. It did make me laugh.
That was pretty. And they were good hosts. Like they were really good hosts. They were enjoyable.
They were.
Really
They did a really
enjoyable.
good job. I really love when Wanda Sykes comes dressed as Richard Williams as well, where she comes out pushing the car, and then you've got Regina Hall, and she comes running out dressed as Tammy Faye. That's right.
That's right.
And then Wanda Sykes goes, "You were supposed to dress up as Venus Williams," and she goes, "I am Venus Williams dressed up as Tina Fey." Tina Fey. It's not Tina Fey. Tammy Faye. Sorry.
Tammy Faye.
Excuse me. What
Oh,
was
it was
I
good.
looking up again?
It was
Oh,
was a really
the
good night.
rapper. The
I
rapper.
can't remember.
The rapper.
Oh, that's right. I forgot, so I stopped. I started listening.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, here we go. And I was thinking it was Cardi B the whole time. That was a great night.
It is. It's Megan Thee Stallion. Excuse
Megan Thee
us.
Stallion.
Excuse us. Fact checking on the spot. So we're not giving out some of that fake news.
But that's us. I tell you, every week we can have an apology. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, Megan, for
Very
comparing
sorry.
you to Cardi B.
I'm very, very sorry.
But
no, it was a good night.
It absolutely was.
Oh.
I actually had a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
watching it.
Yeah. I don't know why people were saying, oh, they didn't really enjoy it. All that sort of stuff. I thought it was great. I really, really enjoyed the whole show. Really enjoyed the whole show.
Did you see that some dude was attacking Billie Eilish on TikTok about the way she
No.
was dressed?
Really?
Yeah. Why? Leave the
Why?
girl
I mean,
alone.
exactly.
cares
Exactly.
what
I
she
mean,
wears?
that's it. If that's what she feels comfortable wearing.
He's
that's
probably a
fine.
fashion commentator, and we're just like, why? Why do you care what she's
Well, the thing
wearing?
is, too, I mean, I think we had this conversation. But I think we had this conversation. I said, you know, I like the way she doesn't try to conform to the norm. You know,
Yeah.
what everybody
Absolutely.
else is doing. You know, she doesn't wear those tight, skimpy clothes. She doesn't wear leotards to go do a performance on stage, which is fine. You know, I'm not saying that it's wrong to wear those things. You know, it's just that she doesn't feel comfortable wearing those things. You know, she doesn't have to conform to what they say a star should wear, a musician should wear. If just that's what she feels comfortable. Yeah, I think it's great, and it shows people that you don't have to wear makeup. You don't have to wear all these expensive clothes and try and wear skimpy clothes to look good. Who cares? You're not trying to impress anybody, except if you feel comfortable and you're happy the way you look. Who gives about what anybody thinks?
I'm gonna have a lot of bleeping out to do this week.
Bleep.
Okay, so here's some of the winners for the Oscars. So the first one is Best Supporting Actress, and the person who won that was Ariana DeBose for West Side Story. You haven't seen it, I don't think. I have.
I don't think I have.
Yeah, so she did an incredible job in that movie. She is amazing. The other one that could have totally taken it out that I would have been happy with is, I'm totally going to butcher this name, but Ayun Janu Ellis. She is from King Richard, so she is basically the mother of Venus and Serena Williams. In the movie, she did an absolutely fantastic job. I absolutely adored that movie. I watched that today.
I heard that.
She was
And
incredible. Both her,
Yeah.
Will Smith, the whole cast was amazing. I'm not even a big fan of tennis, and I absolutely I literally loved this movie.
Yeah. Well, see, I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I did watch a lot of reviews and stuff like that. So, because I'm really excited. I really want to watch it. I just didn't get a chance to watch it this week.
You definitely need to check it out.
Definitely. Yeah, I heard that it was such a good movie. It told the truth, good and bad. It didn't hold back on just showing the good side of things. It showed everything. Yeah, and I heard that Will Smith actually paid his co-stars extra money out of his own pocket to work through the pandemic.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when the movie first kicked off, I was a little bit critical because I'm like, geez, I feel like Will Smith's just playing Will Smith, and then it kind of kicked into gear, and I'm like, oh, it's not Will Smith playing Will Smith. He did
Yeah.
such a fantastic job. So he made me forget all about Will and literally played Richard Williams. I was blown away.
That's right.
That
Yeah,
is
fair.
literally the essence of a great actor, to make you forget about the person, and just the performance was incredible.
Because I heard it was all the little mannerisms that he did that was more like Richard Williams. You know, it was these little bits and little things that he did that made the character. It wasn't just as a whole, it was the little things he did. I heard it was a really good movie. Definitely on my to watch list. And a bit of a tearjerker from what I've heard.
I was crying.
Are you
I'm
crying?
I'm dead serious. I had tears in my eyes. I'm like, please, nobody walk in. Please don't look at me. Oh boy.
It's all right. On the to watch list.
Definitely watch it and come back with your thoughts on it.
Absolutely. I definitely will.
I
definitely will.
I look forward to hearing your opinion after you watch it.
I'm looking forward to watching it. The hype now, not just. Fair enough. I'll be honest. Hadn't really heard about the movie before the Oscars.
No, neither had I.
I'm going to be really honest. I mean, but another one we're going to talk about is Dune. I've heard about Dune, but I love sci-fi books, so that's a different story. But with this, I never heard it. I didn't even know. So I'm definitely very keen now to go watch this movie, see what it's all about. Maybe bring a box of tissues with me. Because I'm a bit of a crier with movies.
Dune actually cleaned up a lot of awards.
Hell yeah. Oh my God.
For this year's Oscars. So another category was Best Costume Design, and Cruella was the winner of that award.
I actually enjoyed that movie.
So you have seen it. I have not. I think
Several times.
I started watching it and I fell asleep.
It's one of my daughter's favorite movies, and she's nearly 5. So we've watched it a lot since it's come out.
I've heard it's a pretty good movie, so I'll have to sit down and hopefully not fall asleep.
I enjoyed it. I mean, there was a twist at the end, a little bit predictable, but I quite enjoy it. I watched it again, and I think I watched after the credits this time. So I recommend watching after the credits because it makes sense and it kind of links Cruella to the 101 Dalmatians movie.
Okay.
It's so good. It's so good. So it makes me want to go watch the 101 Dalmatians again, just so it kind of like one after the other.
So that's for the movie version, the live action version.
Yeah. It was good, but the story makes sense. I don't think it really matters even if you watch the cartoon after that, because it still links together. It makes sense. It shows how it all. Anyway, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I'll definitely check it out. It was that kind of blew my mind. I never watched after the credits until like last week, so I recommend watching it.
So another was Best Sound, and June won that. So I actually think that West Side Story should have won that award because June cleaned up with everything, and I feel like West Side Story got snubbed with literally everything. The only thing they really won was the Best Supporting Actress, which was well deserved. So,
but the thing is too, what we're talking about. With West Side Story and June, I think, I agree. West Side Story should have taken that because June was such a dramatic movie to begin with. It didn't really need that dramatic music with the sounds, it was over the top. You didn't need all that really dramatic music, over the top dramatic music.
Oh, I disagree. I think it needs it. I just didn't think it should have won the Oscar for that award.
That's right. Yeah, fair enough. I like it was good, but it didn't. The movie.
I think
with
it's
the story
deserved.
The way it is.
I just think West Side Story got a bit snubbed. That's all.
I agree.
A little bit disappointing.
Agreed.
But as I said, you haven't actually seen the movie, so But I recommend you definitely need to go. That's another one to add to your list.
It's funny because I'm not big on musicals. I'm gonna be. Here's another. A confession. I've never watched any West Side Story before.
No, that's okay.
No.
I haven't watched the first one.
It's not the
I
most-
watched
I'm not
the
saying-
second one because I watched someone review it, and
Yeah.
they're like, "I love this movie. I can't stop watching it." So, and then they said it was Steven Spielberg, so I was like, "Oh, okay. I need to watch it." And it was on Disney Plus, so I was
Yeah.
like, "Okay."
Alright.
I watched it.
I'll definitely
really
put it on
liked
my
it.
list.
Yeah,
I'll definitely put. I mean, I'll watch anything that's good. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter what genre. If it's good, I'll still watch it if it's enjoyable. So I'll give it a go. And musicals go really well in this household. So maybe it
June,
might actually stay on longer than 5 minutes.
June also took out Best Original Score, so I guess score sound it kind of makes sense. So
Well, who did the score? It was
Hans,
can't think of
Hans
his name
Zimmer?
right now. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
there you go.
he's
There
like
you go.
he is like the
He's a legend of
like
his field.
modern day. Who's the one that does like Indiana Jones and all that? Oh, it's escaping
that
me.
Hans
He
Zimmer?
No, he doesn't do that. No, John Williams. Yeah,
John
so
Williams.
so John Williams is like he's made like Indiana Jones and such iconic. Hang on, let me run down the list because he's done a lot.
When you say John Williams, all I can think is John Williamson. Hey, True Blue.
So he's done Star Wars, Jaws, Encounters of
Yep.
the Third Kind, Home Alone, The Adventures
Yeah,
of
he's done
Tintin.
heaps.
He's
massive.
He's massive. So Hans Zimmer
He
is
is.
kind of on his level, but for
And that's-
more modern movies.
And you know what? That's what makes me think, though. Like,
I'm
Is it
pretty sure he
because
did
of the
Indiana
name?
Jones as well.
is it because of the name? That's why he won. You know, like
Could be.
Yeah, I don't. You know, it's a tough one because, but then again, the other one was a Spielberg movie.
So
So anyway,
he wins
Yeah.
a lot. He
Yeah.
does win a lot. We'll give
Yeah.
him that. Yeah, absolutely. So
but it just seems like there's just certain producers, certain, you know, music, whatever, you know, that you know it's going to be good. If they're in the movie, if they're making the movie, you know it's going to be good. So it's like before you even go in there.
So, best adapted screenplay was won by Coda, which is about the deaf.
I want,
The
yeah,
the.
I want to watch this.
Yeah,
I really want to watch it.
It looked very dramatic. I'm not sure if I really want to go watch it, but I understand why it won so many awards. The actor as well from Coda. What did he win? Best supporting actor? Yeah, best supporting
yeah.
actor, and his name is Troy Kotzer. So he yeah, that was amazing. I really enjoyed his speech he did. Very inspirational. It was very, very inspirational. I believe he's the second deaf actor to ever win an Oscar.
Really?
So I think that's right. So people can fact check me on that one, but I'm pretty sure that's what
Yeah.
they said through the show.
No, it's pretty amazing. And, I mean, I've heard of the movie before, and I knew it was a revolutionary kind of movie because now we're moving out of the norm. What they call mainstream, you know. Now we're moving out of that sort of. I'm probably waffling on here, but
you're right.
yeah, moving out of that, changing it up a bit, being more diverse is probably what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
absolutely.
There is more diversity in movies. There is more diversity overall, and I think that's great to see. It's honestly great to see because not everybody is the same. We don't all look the same, feel the same, do the same. It's good to see,
Absolutely.
you know, movies like this.
I'm looking
come up.
forward to the day where, because at the moment we're kind of in this transition period of bringing diversity in the film. So I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to the day where we're not going, oh well, that person's only there because they're this skin tone, or they're
That's
blah
right.
blah blah. They're there for their talent. But
I want to see, like, it's
but
good to see.
this is
people are
that
more- yeah,
transition period. So
that's it.
it's kind of bringing people into
Yeah. That's the thing, though.
understand
Yeah.
kind of bringing people into, I don't know how to word that, kind of like
Bringing people together.
a conditioning kind of
Yeah.
thing.
I
Would you
guess
say
so.
that?
Yeah.
But
I guess so.
not that we should need to do that.
No.
But literally, this is what this period of time
Exactly.
in this particular
Exactly.
time is happening. So
Yeah,
that's
and I
why
think
you've got
it's-
people like with all these political opinions going, oh well,
That's right.
this person's only in it because of their gender or this or that. So I'm looking for where we move past this, and
Exactly.
people are literally there just to be celebrated because of their talent.
Exactly right. Exactly right. And I think it's like now we're moving forward. We're trying to see more diversity in different ethnicities in movies and or just in media in general.
Because we're such
say,
a mixed
but it's-
culture now
Yeah.
in the West, especially like Australia, America, UK, and there's a lot of Western countries that are so diverse now with so many different
right.
forms of people that we need to start
That's right.
considering to change things up and bring out new characters. So
But it goes beyond that too, you know, because this is what we seem to be really focusing on and trying. It's about, you know, ethnicities and stuff like that. But what about people with disabilities? I'd like to see more people with disabilities in movies. Like that's the whole with Coda, having people,
yeah, absolutely.
you know, deaf people in there. I want to see more people with disabilities in movies, you know, on TV, on the news, you know, reporters. I'd love to see that sort of stuff. I want to see more diverse overall, not just, you know, in ethnicity, but overall different. You know, I want to see, say, yeah, change it up a bit.
I think
because we're
that's
not
a
all the
great
same.
thing about our time in history as well, because with podcasts and YouTube and all like these streaming services, there's so much more opportunity to do stuff like this, create
That's
new
right.
characters for disabilities or ethnicity or anything that you really want to imagine. So
Yeah, and the thing is, it spreads faster than it did before with the internet and globalization. Things aren't just centralized to your area or your country. Things spread out a lot more. You know,
Yeah.
things
because
move a lot quicker.
we've now got, within music, you've got BTS, so we're listening to a lot more other languages as well. You also had
The
I
thing
can't
is
think
too,
of that
like,
song, the Spanish song. Was a big
Was
hit
that
with Justin
from-
Bieber.
Despacito.
Yeah, see, he's Spanish. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
so
that
you
song.
had you've had Despacito, you've had
Oh, there's so many. I mean, even back in the day, I mean, you had songs like La Bamba
yeah,
and the
absolutely.
Lambada. Sorry, Lambada.
I feel
and La
like
Bamba.
there's a lot of
There was so many.
other languages
you had
also creeping into our music, and
You-
we're
the
watching
Macarena,
Macarena, absolutely.
Macarena, the ketchup song. There were so many though, but it's good to see that there's, you know, we're moving away from, we're changing, and the thing is, all these different cultures, they're so interesting.
Absolutely.
You just, you know, step out of the world that you're in, and just, you don't have to go somewhere to learn about a different culture. It's just interesting. I think, yeah, it's going to happen more. We're all the same people. It's just how people live, and you know, in different countries is really interesting. How they, I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. I don't know about everybody else, but I like that sort of stuff.
Very rich with cultural
It's
history.
Yeah, and
it is
and the thing is
interesting. And it's
that's
cool
it,
to
and we're moving-
celebrate other cultures.
That's right. And we're moving around a lot more. People aren't like with the whole globalization, people aren't just staying in there, you know, where they are. People are moving around a lot more and get to see a lot more and learn a
Experience
lot more. People exactly.
And that's
exactly.
what I feel like that's what life is. You got to go out and experience whatever you can.
That's right. That's right. You can't live in your square and expect things to be different
Absolutely.
and not learn, you know, 'cause
Push yourself
every day.
out of your comfort zone.
That's right. Every day is a learning. You should be learning something new every day.
Absolutely.
There's no reason not to.
Make the most of life. Yeah.
I totally agree. Totally agree.
So another one was best animated short, the windshield wiper. They said there's this growth in animation for adults, and I 100% agree. There is
Definitely
so much they can do. Well, last week we did the Pixar movie Turning Red, and they have a way of injecting all this adult kind of stuff into kids' movies that we kind of get, but the kids don't. So, yeah,
it is
a ever growing,
massively. I mean, you look on Netflix these days.
I'm looking forward to the day where literally an animated movie takes out best picture of the year.
It will happen.
It will happen eventually.
It's because as a generation, the kids of the 90s, what do? Cartoons. We loved it. What did our parents say? Oh, are you kids watching cartoons? You rot your brain, just like video games, I guess. All this sort of stuff. Look now that we're all in our 20s and out in our 30s, I should say, we're all. It's still relevant to us. We still love cartoons. We still love video games. The gaming industry is massive now, absolutely massive. And I remember back in the day, it was the reason why the Columbine shootings happened. He said because the kid played video games and he was shooting. Video games are so bad for you. Now look what happened. Same as like now with cartoons. I remember, other than watching The Simpsons, even your parents would go, "Oh, you're watching that crap again," Oh,
Yep.
bad. Bart Simpson's such a bad influence. I remember kids not being able to watch The Simpsons because Bart's a bad influence. They wouldn't. But how much worse now? Now we're adults. Those cartoons. If our parents actually watched some of the cartoons like Brickleberry, I don't know if you ever watched Brickleberry.
No.
Oh, you think like Family Guy? It's got nothing on Brickleberry.
Okay.
It is.
I'll have to check that one out.
There's some new ones on Netflix at the moment. We're watching Big Mouth.
Oh,
which is all about,
yes. So
you been watching Big Mouth?
I'm not watching it, but I've heard a lot about it.
Exactly.
It's very, very controversial.
It is very controversial. I mean, we talked about Turning Red last week.
Yeah.
And this is a PBD show. I probably would not show my kids.
Absolutely, yes.
No.
just from what I've seen of people talking about this, absolutely do not show your kids.
Do not show your kids.
Yeah.
But this is the way cartoons are going.
But it's literally it's literally aimed at adults. Big Mouth.
It is.
Yeah.
But then again, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. Do not show your kids. Do not show your kids. And even still, some adults will be pretty grossed out by some of the stuff. I've got to stop saying, that's what I've got to do.
You haven't said it that much tonight, so, that's not too bad.
You don't
Not too
know.
bad.
I'm trying to be more aware of how I'm talking.
Yeah, you've done well. So, best animated feature. The winner was Encanto, a movie you happen to love.
Yes, only because it's always on.
So are you sick of sick of the music yet, or
no? Not sick of the music at all. And
or the movie? Are you sick of it?
No, not really. No, I love the music. The music is great. So it really does get stuck in your head.
Totally like dust the bench and the TV while
most of the time
Encanto's playing in the background. Do some
exactly.
vacuuming.
Most of the time, that's it. Most of the time, I'm not actually sitting down watching it, but I know what's going on because I can hear it, and I've seen it a few times. But
and
then
you can
start
picture the
looking
whole
around.
scene in your head.
Yeah. I mean, what's the song that I know that we don't talk about? Bruno has been a big song. There's another song that was.
They actually
from
sung
the movie.
another one at the
Dos
Oscars.
Oreguitas? Yeah, that was. I didn't even know what Oreguitas mean until the other day. I actually Googled it. It means two caterpillars.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, it's actually a really nice song if you actually know what they're saying, because I had no idea. that was the song that Lin-Manuel actually nominated for the movie, where I think if he actually nominated We Don't Talk About Bruno or Surface Pressure, that might have taken out, because would have been tough to beat Billie Eilish and Phineas. That Time to Die song, is it Time to Die? It's a great song. It's very Bond, so Bond. You can listen to the song and not know it's a Bond song and then go, oh, that's a Bond song. It's just...
So here's an interesting question. So No Time to
What's
Die
that?
won Best Original Song. Do you think
Yeah.
that should have won, or do you think Dos, or however you say it?
Dos Oruguitas?
Yeah. Or do you think that song should have won for Best Original
know.
Song?
No, No Time to Die, for sure.
Okay.
Should have won. Yeah, I'm standing by that. That's a great song. It suits Bond so well. It's like I said, it's a Bond song. There are certain songs that they do for Bond movies that as soon as you hear it, you're like, they made that for a Bond. Like that Adele song.
Yep. That's a
That- yeah,
beloved,
you listen to-
beloved song. Yep.
Yeah. You listen to that, you're like, that's Bond.
That's
You can
James
you
Bond.
just know as
Yeah.
soon as you hear it, you know. But yeah, it was great, and the performance was great too.
You know.
the live
that you
performance.
know.
Yeah, you know that live performance. You know,
I know. I know. I know. I know.
you know. Oh, I know.
Oh, no.
I reminds
I
me of
know
that
that
ad.
you
Do
know. You know.
Kids in the 90s. Do you remember that ad?
Does sound a
With
little
that
bit.
was it a Yellow Pages ad? Remember? It was a Yellow Pages ad, and it was was it Yellow Page? I think it was Yellow Pages. And then they're talking on the phone, and she passes the phone to the cockatoo, and the cockatoo just goes, I know. Oh, I know.
Hello?
I've fallen in love with you.
Oh, hi, Cheryl. Yeah. I know.
It's too late now to be sensitive.
I know.
I don't want to pretend anything either to you or to anyone else. I know. But you know I like
Have a break.
I know.
Have a Kit Kat.
That's why we must now talking like this.
Oh, I know.
Yes, that's
I know.
right. You were telling me about this the other day. I remember. Oh, no. Oh,
I-
no. Oh, no.
I think it was, I don't know if it was Yellow Pages or Telstra, because Yellow Pages had the best ads. Not happy, Jed.
Iconic.
Iconic. They had every year and you go to school and you'd be saying stuff like G-O, G-G-O, Go-Go-Mobile.
So that cinematography was Dune, which I absolutely heck yes.
Yes.
Oh
I agree
my
with you
goodness.
there.
Oh yeah.
Wow. I watched it at home. I want to watch it on the big screen.
Oh,
I want to, like, honest to
absolutely.
God.
I'm,
Honest to God,
I'm definitely
wanna
going to
watch it
see
on the
the
big screen.
second one because the ending is such a. You haven't finished it yet, but the ending is such a cliffhanger, and
Yes.
and I really like Zendaya. I think she is an amazing actress. She's not really in this that much for this movie, but she is going to be in it a heck of a lot in the next one for sure. And speaking of Zendaya, putting money on it, as soon as she gets a dramatic role, she is going to win an Oscar. Absolutely, hands down. She is one of the most talented actresses I have seen in a long time. And I say that after watching Euphoria. Oh my goodness. I'd seen her in like Spider-Man, and I feel like she kind of plays herself a little bit in that. But after watching Euphoria, I was like, this girl is going to win a god dang Oscar. My goodness. She is
That good.
that good. Like literally that good.
I mean, she goes by one name.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong. Most of these people that go by one name, Prince, one name, and then he went by a symbol.
Yeah.
Absolute. It's just, it's all these go by one name. It's the way to go.
Yeah.
I'll definitely have to watch this space with Zendaya then.
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, she just needs that dramatic movie role, and without
Just
a
the
doubt,
right role.
and without a doubt, she's going to get it. She is
Yeah.
a beloved like actress right now. A lot of
Yeah.
studios want to work with her because she's so likable. She's a
Yep.
likable person. She's a great actress. So literally win-win. Win-win.
Win-win.
Win-win.
Win-win.
You know.
Yeah. You know.
You
No,
know.
you don't know.
All right. What else is interesting on the Oscars list?
Oh, well,
Okay,
hang on, June. Okay, hang on. Before we finish, the reason, you know, we're saying it was where it ended. It shouldn't have ended where it ended. You know what I mean?
No. I don't believe that that's not where it should have ended. It just ended on a cliffhanger, and I was like, I want more.
Yeah. I mean, I was reading a review. I can't remember who it was. Don't try and quote me on that one. But they said it would have been better if they finished the movie, say, 20 minutes before.
Okay, yeah.
You know, and then kind of rounded it off instead of leaving it where they left it.
Yeah.
But they said it was a strategic move made by the director to cut it where it did, because he wanted to do the whole movie in one go. Like, not in one go, but just obviously 2 movies, but continue shooting.
Yeah.
And they said, look, we don't know if the movie's going to do well. We don't want to give you more money if it's just going to be, the first movie's going to be a flop. As soon as they watched the first movie, they said, oh my God, this is so good. The very next day, they gave him money for the next movie and said, let's start filming.
Yeah.
That's how good the movie
is. It's a great cliffhanger. Like, literally, I was like, because I was a little bit like, oh, there's a lot of build up. It's kind of a bit boring.
Yeah.
It's amazing and beautiful as it is to watch.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, oh, so much setup. And then
There
it
was a lot
got
of setup, but it
juicy.
was
It
good.
got real juicy. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to go see the second film. When's
The
it coming
story's
out?
good.
I want to go see it.
Well,
oh my goodness.
It had to be better than the first movie.
So-
June 1984 was a flop. And the movie,
I still
the
want to
books
kind of go
are
watch
really
it.
good.
Apparently, it's being redone. My brother thinks that it's being redone again in 2003. That I'll have to look up.
I'll
'Cause he
definitely
said
check that.
they're supposed to all be on Amazon right now, all the June movies. So
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Because
Yeah.
everything I was looking at was I had to pay for. So I'm like, okay, maybe. I'm not saying I'm a tight ass, you know, to get the movies. I just bought Coraline the other day for Claire, so I'll get that, and I'll go back and get the others later. But it was it's definitely and it's on my to read list because I love reading sci-fi books. I absolutely love sci-fi. And it's an epic space opera, and it's on my list. I don't have time to actually physically read a book. I just want a good audio book version, because the one that they've got on Audible at the moment is, they say it's unabridged, but it is, you know, and it's what I've heard, it's not as good. It's got a full cast and all that sort of stuff. So I'm waiting for a better version to come out, and then I can listen to that. Other than that, or I have to make a trip to the library, I think.
So, I think we'll move to there's Best Actress before Best Actor, but I don't think we haven't seen any of these movies, so I'm just gonna kind of skip Best Actress.
Yeah, go through.
So I want to see Power of the Dog.
Yes.
So
It's got
that's
Benedict Cumberbatch in there.
Yeah.
And he's apparently really good in there too.
Yeah, absolutely. So I
Definitely watch that movie.
Definitely want to check that out. It looked really good. Previews when they're showing the nominees, so that caught my eye. Another one I want to watch is Tick Tick Boom with Andrew Garfield. I kind of see my brother watching that. I think it's on Netflix, so it looks interesting too. There was there was another one, Nightmare Alley.
Ooh, yes, that looked good.
Yeah, that looked good. I really want to go. Yeah, that's another movie I definitely want to check out. Anyway, let's move on to Best Actor with Will Smith. My goodness, his performance in King Richard is amazing. I know you haven't seen it. We talked about it a bit before.
I've heard it's good.
Oh, it's so good.
I've heard it's
so
brilliant.
Good. He definitely deserves it. And now we're on the subject of Will Smith, the slap head around the world, and literally going up there to slap the absolute crap out of Chris Rock after
Yes,
his joke, which was very mild, mind you, I think.
Yeah. You know, Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I mean, he shouldn't have gone up there and slapped him.
So
that might have been a bit too far. But
it was. I think
also, yeah.
You go.
No, Chris. I was going to say Chris Rock handled it well.
He did. He's handled it.
He's come out
amazing.
looking like the better man out of all of this. He hasn't gone out to, say anything bad about anything or anyone. He doesn't press charges. I mean, LA police were ready to arrest Will Smith, and they were about to kick him out before he won Best Actor.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty serious matter, and he was a rock. So he was up. He got slapped, and he took it like a man, and he kept going. I'm surprised. A lot of people might have just walked off.
Yep.
But he kept going. Yeah. That's one thing I want to say.
He handled it super professionally. Absolutely.
Very professionally. Very professionally.
So professional.
But from what I've heard too, it brought back a lot of childhood dramas for him because he used to get picked on a lot as a kid, being little, and apparently he used to keep things inside a lot. And then one day he kept getting bullied by this kid, so he just had enough. He put a brick in his bag, and apparently he whacked the kid in the face and then kept stomping on the kid. His mate had to try and get him off him. They thought he was almost going to kill him. So then he realized that he can't let his anger boil over like that because he'll end up doing something bad to somebody. So he had to learn. So he became
Who was that? Chris
reclusive.
Rock or Will Smith?
Chris Rock. Yeah, Chris Rock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I read this today, and I thought, wow, he really gave it to this kid, and pretty much put him in hospital. So he didn't want to do that again. So he became the softie. He let people walk all over him.
Yeah.
Because of that, and I think that kind of shows on the night too. He didn't want to react, but he did come out looking like the better man. Because at the end of the day, Will Smith looked like an absolute. I can't say that. Sorry, you probably got more to bleep out now. Jada probably didn't help better because he was laughing. He was laughing. Yeah. And then you look at Jada, the eye roll, and then he's like, "Oh, I better do something about this. Happy wife, happy life."
Yep. And speaking of Will, you actually listened to the whole of the audiobook.
I did. It was very interesting. Very interesting. It makes you understand why he is the way he is. And just, I definitely recommend go read it. I mean, I was a little disappointed. I thought it could be a little bit more exciting, but I guess I was like, I don't know.
I'm actually really enjoying it. So I'm about 4 chapters in. So there's something that Will Smith says in this audiobook, and that's that he lives this fantasy life, and then reality kind of comes and hits him in the face when he loses control of reality. And I feel like this was a good example of that. The slap, like it's like he lost all control of reality, going up, slapped him, and then he's like, "Oh, what have I done?"
Yeah, he used to play games with his mother, and she go, "Oh, they went to camp. She sent him and his sister to a day camp, and then when they came back, the mother and her friend was sitting in the kitchen, and of course the mother's friend's like an auntie, so that an old friend. So the mother says to him, "Oh, how was your day at camp?" And he says, "Oh, it was great. There was a full band, with the the trombone, they didn't call it trombones, you call it the big brass things and blah 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 blah." And then the mother's friend's looking at her going, "I didn't think at a camp, I don't think this is going to be." Yeah, it was a whole big thing, but it was a game that they played where he would say, she'd go, "Oh, how was your day?" And he'd make something up, and she'd have to try and guess whether it was real, what was real and what wasn't real. And the mother's friend thought he was just a liar. So, but then she yells out to the sister, "Oh, how was camp? What was there a full-on band there?" She says, "No, it was a jukebox. Will just sat there and listened to the jukebox the whole time. He didn't even want to go in for a swim." So it was like a game that they used to play. But his whole imagination, he just had a wild, vivid imagination.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you knew about his imaginary friend Magica.
Yeah. Yes.
That probably helped him a lot of things. And another thing too with his imagination, he has this great fear of water and swimming. He doesn't like swimming. He just had a great fear, and he says he thinks it comes from stems from when he was younger. He remembers being at a pool with his mum. And he's like, his mum had a massive afro. And he said he went in, he was drowning. He says, I didn't know which way was up or down. And then he says, I saw mum jump in and grab me under the arms and pull me up. And then he kept saying this story. And his mother said to him one day, that didn't really happen. He's like, what do you mean it didn't really happen? And it didn't really happen. You never drowned. I never pulled you out of the pool. And this never really happened. He said, yeah, I do. I remember you had a massive afro. And I remember, and she said, no, son, that never happened. And then he thought about it. He says, and then his movie mind comes in and he starts realizing where he's watching this whole thing happen. And in his memory, he's watching it from the side of the pool. So he didn't actually drown. It's a false memory that his mind has put in it. So he just had a vivid imagination. But as a kid growing up, because of his vivid imagination, he didn't have a lot of friends because he was labeled a liar, untrustworthy, because of his vivid imagination.
Yep. And sometimes your imagination can definitely run away.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And he had a very vivid very, very vivid imagination.
Oh, I know. I can. after some of the stories he's said so far, oh my goodness.
You haven't finished the book yet, have you?
No. So I'm 4 chapters in. You actually sent me something else that I want to talk about from the
Go for it.
From the book. And you told me, fast forward to this, and it was basically that Jada cannot take a joke. So do you want to explain about that?
Oh, okay. So this is when Jada meets his grandmother, Gigi. And so Gigi comes over to his place. Jada's out working. He says, look, she's at her place and she's coming over. He says, oh, how long are you going to be to come over? He says, I know the exact amount of time it takes to get from her front door to his front door. So because his grandmother's never seen any of Jada's work before, he thought he'd put a movie on for her. What was it, Jason's something? I can't remember what the movie is. I'll have to check that one out.
It is a beloved scene apparently in the African American culture.
Yes, it has a very vivid sex scene apparently. And anyway, so he puts it on and he works out, okay, it's about this time in the movie. It's about 60 minutes into the movie. It takes her about this long to get here. If I put it on at this time, blah, 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 blah. So he puts it on. And just as she walks through the door, here's his grandmother, Gigi, watching the sex scene and praising all Jesus, Lord Jesus, and all this sort of stuff. And she gets really embarrassed, I think. He thought it was quite funny. He just thought it was just a joke.
He literally says in the podcast that we are the jury, and is it funny or is it not funny? So what I would like to know from a girl's perspective is, what is your verdict? Do you think it's hilarious what he did to her, or do you think it's kind of mean?
Yeah, having your partner's grandmother, first time ever meeting you, seeing a sex scene of you first as you walk in, pretty much. You with your kid off. Get it on a movie as you walk in. I don't know. Would you be embarrassed? Would you be embarrassed knowing
kind of a very, very memorable first meeting though, right?
Yes, so she pretty much did not like that. He thought it was pretty funny, and the debate's out. So, but there were a lot of funny moments in that book. It was a lot of funny moments. Definitely go. I think looking back now, I did enjoy the book. At the time, I'm like, yeah, but a good book will always make you think back to it. I mean, if you thought it was good at the time, and you after it's finished, you don't keep thinking about it, it probably wasn't as good.
Yeah.
A good book will keep you thinking weeks after you've finished it. So it's one of those books. So yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to finishing it. I'm looking forward to finishing it. Obviously you got to finish it because you listened to it all day. I was kind of listening to it before and after work, and like, there's no way I'm going to finish this before the podcast. I spent today, literally, I watched June, I then watched King Richard, and then the Oscars. So I kind of seen it from a whole different perspective. Yeah. This is another thing I was going to say. You know, I think that the news should put spoilers in because I feel like they spoiled the Oscars for me. I didn't get to witness the slap.
Yes.
I heard about the slap, so they should literally have to put spoiler warning like every YouTuber does. Do you think that they should have?
I think that's fair.
I think
that's fair.
Yeah.
I think yes and no, because I guess there's probably a lot of people who wouldn't have watched it, you know, anyway, but maybe watched it for the slap. But then again, it's a long way to watch to get to the slap.
Yeah,
I think it's 2 hours to get to the slap before you get the slap anyway.
I'm upset. I'm really upset. I'm gonna bring this up on some news comment sections.
Stop spoiling my show.
Stop spoiling everything for me before I even get to watch it.
What about next week? Is it next week's the Grammys?
Yeah, next week's the Grammys. I'm looking forward to the Grammys.
Don't listen to the news before then.
Who knows? Kanye might do something.
The day the Grammys are on, don't listen to the news.
Do you reckon Kanye's going to try and outshine Will Smith?
He doesn't need to try. He doesn't need to try. It's Kanye.
I still think it would have been really hilarious if they had wheeled Kanye out or something when Will Smith was doing his speech and be like,
Beyonce should have won this one.
Yeah. Hang on, Will. I'm going to let you finish. But first, Beyonce had the best music video of all time. Beyonce had the best music video of all time. or it could have been something else. It could have been like Leonardo DiCaprio had the best acting of all time. Or, I don't know. I don't know where that joke's going.
No.
I kind of told you before the show that I totally wanted to have like a Kyle and Jackie O moment. And if you don't know who Kyle and Jackie O are, they're probably like the biggest radio host stars in Australia. So my Kyle Sandilands moment was going to be, we should totally make the slap a national holiday and have it as Slapper Chris Day.
Slapper Chris Day, that's right.
Do you like my idea? I don't think the Chris's are going to like it, but
no. Tell us what you think anyway.
Are you going to have to go up and be like, can we see your license? We need to see if you're a Chris first. Unless you know them, of course. You're not escaping me.
Chris?
I already know you're a Chris.
Your name Chris? Yes, so I got something to serve you.
Serve. Just like that tennis movie, served up a bloody good slapping time. We'll serve you real good.
Backhand.
Side swipe.
They're terrible. Terrible.
Well, it's out there now. Controversial moment or not? It remains to be seen. All right, guys. I think that's going to do for this episode.
Yes.
Thank you very much for listening. Please share the show. Share the show with your friends, your cats, your dogs, your family, your cousins, your second cousins, your cousins' cousins' cousins.
We want it to be more contagious than COVID.
Yes. Please. Make it more contagious than COVID. Wow. This was a ripper of an episode.
Hey, before we go, I wanted to say I've created a TikTok account.
Yes. So have you posted anything on there?
Not yet. I was going to tonight, but I haven't been feeling the best today. So I was going to start the little bit of a hype, but I might actually do one after the show and just show my little setup here, and probably not the other side of the room because it looks a bit like poo. But anyway, I haven't set it all up yet. So we'll just, maybe just, if anyone wants to hear any more parodies, let me know because I'm full of them.
Oh, I love to hear more. I'm looking forward to when we got a little bit more time recording some really cool parodies.
Yes,
I think we can definitely do that.
Yes, so let us know any of your ideas. Let us know if you don't like anything we've spoken about today. That would be, good or bad. Tell us that we
hit
we
us up
suck
on
at
our
doing podcasts. I mean, anything.
Hit it-
Comments.
hit
Any comments? Good.
hit us up on our Facebook page. Hit us up on YouTube.
Yeah.
They're probably the best two ways to reach us right now is through those two platforms.
Yes.
You can listen to
yeah.
us on anything, but that is the best way to communicate with us right
That's-
now through those platforms. Maybe comment on the TikTok for Sarah. She'll take care of a lot of that stuff. So, yeah.
That's it. And any way you can like and review our podcast, please do.
Please do.
Please do.
Make sure you
Please
give
do.
it 5 stars because you know
That's it.
we deserve it. We're working really hard, studying really hard.
That's right.
Sarah's watching half the shows, but listening to all the audiobooks. I'm watching all the shows and movies while she's seeing half. But we're working very hard. Lots of study. Lots of news articles. Lots of. It's just all happening on Trending Again.
Oh yeah, we're
so
bringing
trendy.
it. And, and I'm really enjoying this. I'm having a lot of fun making this podcast. I hope you guys are actually enjoying listening to us.
I don't care if we have one
rave
listener. We will keep making episodes. Sarah actually doesn't even want to end the season, so season 1's going to probably go for like 50 years or something. However long.
Yeah.
However long
I think
you guys keep listening to this podcast.
That's
so.
right. That's right. And, we actually want to do specials, Christmas specials, Halloween specials, all that sort of stuff.
Speaking of specials, so we're going to, next week we got the Grammys, and the week after we're going to do a Easter special.
Oh, yes.
So let us know in the comments or on our Facebook page what you guys would like to hear about involving with Easter. Is there anything in particular that you'd like to hear? Is there anything about food or eggs, or I'm sure we'll look up what's trending that week as well. But is there anything in particular you guys want to hear?
Yeah, just shout out, even just anything, any comments, good, anything. Just talk to us. We're happy to answer any questions. If you have any ideas for our show, if there's anything you want us to talk about that you think is interesting that you found during the week, please hit us up. We're happy to talk about it. We're happy to do the research or whatever we need to. We want to put out content that you want to listen to.
Absolutely.
Not just put out content where we're just talking for some noise in the background. We actually want you to enjoy what we're talking about. Yeah, exactly.
Enjoy and engage.
That's exactly right.
And there was something else I was going to say, and it's gone.
Well, I hope you're all enjoying our podcast more and more every week, because we're enjoying making it more and more every week.
I think this was the most enjoyable episode we've done, literally, so far.
Oh, and another thing I want to say too, if you want to shout out where you're listening from, I'd love to hear where you guys are actually listening from. You're not just the country, whereabouts where you're from. We want to hear from you guys.
Absolutely. I second that, Sarah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes, totally agree.
I don't think there's anything else I can think of. No, that's it.
And shout out to Lockie again. Thanks for our music, our intro, our Trending Again little ditty, and our outro. Great job again. Thank you very much.
Do you know the trend? The theme for Do You Know the Trend? Woo. All right.
Yes.
All right, guys. We're out of here. Thanks for listening. Make sure you subscribe to the show on whatever platform you listen to our podcast. We love y'all and appreciate y'all. And we'll see y'all in the next episode. Until then, bye-bye. Peace.
Until then, he's Ben and I'm Sarah.
All right. Bye, guys. See you later.
Peace.
Well, what a groovy episode that was. Today was really interesting, folks. Hopefully we'll see you next time. Like and subscribe. And don't forget, stay groovy.